Hello and welcome back. In today's session, we'll be talking about the security considerations that a product manager has to think, especially for any AI product. And I will be dividing it into five separate categories and look at what they are. So, starting with the first one, the AI security challenges. And why I'm putting it at number one is because the rest of the security things are something the product managers have already been taking care of in any kind of product development. Plus, they are kind of well acquainted with it. The AI security challenges are something very new and very important. Why I say very important is because they have high probability of occurrence. They can occur pretty frequently, pretty easily. And the second thing is the impact. The impact will be really high. So that makes it a very important thing to consider. And the security consideration cannot be an afterthought. You have to think about security right from the inception of the product. So as soon as you start thinking about an AI product, you have to think about security. Let's look at the first one. So the first category that I'm putting here is AI security. Right. So this is the first one that I wanted to put it. Now the second one, AI products, they need a lot of data and a lot of computation. And while several hardware vendors, or rather every hardware vendor, is trying to put a lot of AI onto the chip, whether it is a phone or a laptop or any kind of machine, but for enterprise grade, it will always be the cloud. So all your AI products are going to be on the cloud, whether it is Azure, Google Cloud, IBM Cloud, whatever else, AWS, right? So when you are thinking about an AI product, you have to think about the cloud security. So the second very important thing here becomes the cloud security. So the second is cloud security aspects. In the third category, what I will do is I will be discussing about the role of AI in cybersecurity. So it's not while you are building an AI app, it is rather how AI can help the cybersecurity apps or applications. So, what is the role of AI in cybersecurity? So, AI, while it is very prone to cybersecurity attacks, hacks, AI can help cybersecurity as well. So that is the third thing that we will be talking about, the role of AI or AI in cybersecurity. Now, the fourth thing that we'll be discussing is risk management in AI product development. So how do we manage the risks in AI product development? Something special. So again, risk management is not a new area. Every product owner, every product manager has been doing it for all their products. But there are some special considerations when there is an AI product. And that is what we'll be discussing next. I'm not sure if this will be visible, so let me write it here. So this is risk management in AI product development. So this is risk management. Okay, that is risk management in AI product development. Okay, so that is the fourth one. And the last one is the regulatory considerations. Again, nothing new, but we'll see with AI, those considerations have to be more. You have to do a little more in what you're already doing, because many a times they are carrying a lot more personal and sensitive information as compared to the previous applications. So that would be my fifth category, the regulatory considerations. So that is my fifth. And let me just number this. This is number one, this is number two, this is number three, four, and five. So these are the five areas that we'll be discussing in this video. Now we are diving into the first one, the AI security challenges. There are three main types of AI security challenge that we have to take care of. The first one is adversarial attacks. Where do I write it? Let me write it here. So the first one in this one is adversarial attacks. The second one here is your model tampering. Model tampering. And the third one is data poisoning. Right. Now, what are these? Let's take an example to understand what are adversarial attacks. So, you know about the stealth fighter jets, right? They are present there, but the radars are not able to detect them. And how has that been done? It has been done by designing the plane in a way that the radar signals, they get deflected and they never get back to the radar, right? So something similar is what is done in these adversarial attacks. In these adversarial attacks, some noise is being added, and when that noise is added, system is not able to detect or make the right decisions because of that noise. And you might already be aware of this. um, the stop sign and the speed limit, they're pretty different, right? One is red and it is hexagonal, and the other one is plain white with a black border and written the speed limit. But with slight change or slightly adding some noise to the image, self-driving cars can easily be tricked into understanding the stop sign as a speed limit, and that can lead to disasters, right? And that is what the hackers want. So those types of attacks are adversarial attacks. It can be done in a lot of places. Say, for example, let's talk about the Delhi airport, where you can just walk into the airport. There is a scanning machine. It scans your face and it lets you in, and thousands of passengers are using that. And because of that, the airport security is pretty light on those gates, right? Now, suddenly, if there is an adversarial attack on that system, and now your face is not being detected as your face, the system will not let you in, and just think about the chaos that will happen, right? So those are the adversarial attacks. The second one here is model tempering. In this type of attack, the model itself is tempered. The model itself is manipulated in a way that it doesn't do the right thing. So, say for example, you have a GPS system and you wanted to go uh, from New York to San Francisco, but even without your knowledge, the system is taking you somewhere else, right? So that will be like, somebody tempered the model, and now the model is giving you wrong information, taking you somewhere else, rather than where you should be going. If it is a medical system, it it will start giving you wrong diagnosis, and that can be dangerous. Say in case of a financial model, so a bank is using a financial model to either decide whether it should give a credit card to you or not, or it should give a loan to you or not, and that financial model is tempered. Now the model will start giving uh, wrong results, or wrong answers. So might be, I have a good credit score, I should be getting a particular credit card, but the model says no, don't give a credit card to this person. Or might be, my credit score is not good, I'm actually not a person who should be given a loan, and the model says, yeah, you're fine to go ahead and award this loan to Satyam. So all those kind of things can happen with this model tempering. The last one here is data poisoning. And data poisoning is like, say I am making tea, and somebody secretly changed one of my ingredients, or multiple ingredients. Instead of sugar, so the sugar was replaced by some detergent blends. And what will happen? I'll be putting that, thinking it's sugar, into the tea, and then just think what will happen. So that is data poisoning. Now, data poisoning can be done, during, say, the model training. If the data is poisoned during the model training itself, what will happen is the model will be trained with that wrong data, and that will have a lot of serious consequences, right? So when you are designing any AI system, these are the new type of risks that you might not have handled in the previous projects, in the previous products, which you will have to take care of. Now we can go deep into those, each of those topics, and if anyone wants that, please mention that in the comment below, and I will try to make a video on that. The next one that we will be talking about is the cloud security aspect. So in cloud security aspects, there are two main areas. You all have already been doing it, most probably. The cloud has been around for a long time, but I'll still mention it here. So the first thing is the encryption, and the second thing is the secure access. So the first one is encryption, and the second one is secure access. Why encryption is important? Because as we discussed, you are dealing with a lot of data, and you are dealing with a lot of sensitive personal information, right? PIIs and SPIs. So in that case, it becomes very important that you take care of the data. You protect your data from hackers. And for that, you will have to have encryption both for data at rest and data in motion. So whether the data is stored somewhere, it has to be encrypted. And even if data is being transferred over APIs or any other mechanism, it has to be encrypted, right? So use advanced encryptions and all those things and protect your data. The second one is the secure access. Now secure access is something, again, you're well aware of it, but the level of access, or the access should be role based. If I'm a customer support representative, I don't need access to change the data model, correct? So it should have a role-based access control. Only people who need access to a particular thing should be given that access, and that way. And you should also maintain an audit log to just check if something goes wrong as to who did that, right? So you have to have that audit log also implemented. And again, these things should not be something that you can leave for a later release, or a an afterthought. It has to be all built into your product right from the beginning. Now we'll move on to AI in cybersecurity. And there we'll be talking about three different things. The first one is threat detection. So now we just shifted from building an AI product to how AI can be incorporated into the cybersecurity applications, and how cybersecurity applications can take advantage of AI, right? So the first one is threat detection. Again, I'm not sure if this is visible, but I've written threat detection. The second one is real-time attack prevention. Let me write it here. Real-time attack prevention. And the last one is automatic response, right? So I can still write it here, automatic response. So basically, it's kind of this automatic response will come in all of these, and might be it looks pretty similar, at least in this short video. But still, let's discuss about what is the threat detection and how AI can help in this threat detection. AI systems can churn a huge amount of data and in almost real time, right? So that makes it very powerful. Think of this threat detection as a security guard in an office who is able to look at the pattern of every employee, the behavioral pattern. Where do they hang their badge, how do they swipe it, when do they come in, when do they go out, etc., etc., right? Do they smile, do they don't smile, do they greet, etc., etc.? So all that is something, say, that security guard has learned for every employee. And now if an imposter is coming in who looks exactly like an employee, but they will not have the same traits, this security guard will be able to understand that, right? So think of the threat detection model in AI just like that. So it scans everything, it knows everything intelligently, it interprets, and then if there is anything out of pattern, it understands that there is a threat. So say, for example, an employee's login is used at a suspicious location, or at a suspicious time, the system will get to know immediately that there is a threat. And we'll come to the automated response of that. So that is threat detection. Now, the second one here is real-time attack prevention. Um, so this is something, say, the AI powered firewalls. So these firewalls, they are able to you know in real time, they are able to understand from the previous patterns that this might be an attack, and they are able to detect, say, for example, they detected a DDoS attack, right? So they can, in real time, they can figure that out and flag that. And not only that, as part of automated response, they can bring down that firewall even before it overwhelms the system, the attack overwhelms the system, right? So that is real-time attack prevention. And automated response, so we did not talk about the automated response of the threat detection. So in our example, if the employee's login was used in a suspicious location or time or whatever that is, and the system detects that, as part of automated response, they will block their access, right? And then you'll have a mechanism to get it back if the employee was it was a legitimate thing. You can work through that. Another example of automated response that is pretty much in use these days in cybersecurity is, say, a malware was detected on a particular server. Now, what AI systems can do is, once it detects that it is on a particular server, it can shut down that server and take it off the network so that that malware does not spread to other systems. So again, a very powerful feature, and all these things will continuously get improved and much more powerful. The fourth one here is risk management in AI products. How do we manage risks in an AI product? Just like the captain of a ship, when you're thinking about when you're ideating a product, you have to think about all the risks, write them down, and then create strategies to circumvent that. Now, the first one here that we will be discussing is the threat modeling. So this is threat modeling. You'll model what all areas are the most significant ones where you expect threat, and you'll have to work through them. The second one is securing the data pipelines. So securing data pipelines, and why this is important is because securing data pipelines, because AI is dealing with a lot of data. Data is flowing from one place to another place, between one subsystem to other, one system to other, and it contains a lot of PIIs and customer-related data. So your entire data pipeline has to be secured. There shouldn't be any loose ends from where an attack can happen, a data poisoning can happen, or any such thing. Whether and this, when we talk about data pipeline, it is like whether you're capturing the data, storing the data, processing the data, sending the data, any and all places have to be secure. You cannot leave any loose ends. Right? And the third thing here is ensuring model integrity. And what that means is, and that is ensuring model integrity. So while you have taken care of everything, you have done the threat modeling, securing the data pipelines, and all those things, you have to continuously evaluate and see that the integrity of your model is there. You never know when your data gets poisoned or something goes wrong and your system starts getting biased, right, or poisoned. So you have to have a continuous mechanism in which you are testing that the integrity of model is not compromised. And if you get any hints of that, you have to fix that, right? So threat modeling, do all the modeling, where are the sensitive areas, create a list of it, and have plan to mitigate that. Secure your data pipelines and keep testing your model so that you know if your model's integrity is being compromised. We come to the last one, which is the regulatory considerations. Many you all have been dealing with that for all your products, but irrespective, I'll just list it down. We'll not go into that. So the first one is SOC 2. In SOC 2, you have a lot of things. So basically, SOC 2 is based on the five trust principles: security, availability, privacy, confidentiality, and the integrity of processing. So all those things have to be taken care of. Again, the importance goes up in AI products because you are dealing with much more sensitive information than before. Second one, which is mostly applicable only to the health products, health related domain, which is um, um, HIPAA, right? Uh, HIPAA, HIPAA, right? So again, you must have heard of it. Every time you go for a medical insurance claim and stuff, you will get that HIPAA thing where you have to sign and stuff. So yeah, so that is the HIPAA, which is Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act. Again, we are not going into that. The third important one is your ISO right? The ISO 27001, and we cannot forget GDPR, right? So you have to take care of all the regulatory considerations, and make sure uh, you look into all the geographies that you are going to launch your product in, and if there is any special law of land and you have some special considerations to make, you should be doing that. So those are kind of the five different areas or security considerations that you have to think about when you are designing your product. You're thinking about building an AI product, or even if you're integrating or infusing AI into your cybersecurity applications. This concludes our discussion on the security considerations for building AI products. What we covered is the AI security challenges, the cloud security aspects, AI in cybersecurity, risk management in AI product development, and the regulatory considerations. So, what you need to do is critical thinking, right? So that concludes our session. Again, if you're interested in any of these, you want me to dive deeper into any of the subsections, please mention that in the comment and I'll try to make a video on that. Thank you.